Very good morning to all the students of class 4. My name is Prerna and I'm your English teacher. And today from your English book Skyline, we are going to read a folk tale of that belongs to Italy. So what is a folk tale? So a folk tale is a story that belongs to a particular country or a particular region, and that story is passed on from one generation to another. So let us start reading this folk tale of Italy. All right. So as I told you that this is chapter number 5 of your book, and the name of the story or the name of this folktale is Horse and the Bell. So let us start reading this folktale to see what all happens in this story. Long, long ago in Italy, there ruled a king named John. King John was well known for his goodness and wisdom. One day, the king and his ministers came to a small town called Athri. So, the story, the first paragraph of the story, it introduces a very famous king of Italy named King John, and he was known for doing the right thing to the people, for providing justice to the people, and he was also known for his wisdom, for his wise thinking. So once he, along with his ministers, they came to a town called Athri, and what happened there? When King John reached the town square, he announced, "By my royal order, a great bell shall hang here. Whenever something wrong is done to a person, he or she shall ring the bell, and the town judge should correct whatever wrong has been done." So now King John, when he reached this town of Athri, he told that I want a long bell to be hanged in this town, so that whenever something wrong is being done, one can come and ring the bell, so that the moment the bell is rung, the judge can come and he can correct whatever wrong is being done. And where did King John say the bell is to be rung? Bell is to be hung in the at the town square. So town square is mainly the open area where people generally assemble. So a great big bell was hung in the town square. The people of Athri rang the bell each time someone did something wrong to them. When somebody stole a farmer's sheep, the farmer rang the bell. When someone ate grandmother's special fruit pie without her permission, she rang the bell. So whether it was a farmer, whether it was a grandmother, generally kids have this habit of eating the pie without taking permission from the grandmother. So even the grandmother would come and ring the bell, and whoever had done something wrong, that person was punished. After a while, whenever people thought of doing something wrong, the memory of the sound of that bell and justice that followed would change their mind. As time went by, the bell rang less and less often. The bell rusted and the rope became ragged. So now what happened was that now anyone who tried to do something wrong, they were reminded of the sound of that bell, and they were also reminded that they are going to be severely punished. So people stopped doing something wrong. And can you see that there is a rope with which this was the rope which the people used to ring the bell, because the bell was hung at a great height, at a massive height. So this rope was attached to it. But now, because people stopped using this bell anymore, so what happened? The quality of the bell deteriorated. So the bell started rusting. So there was a brown substance that started coming on the bell, because it is made up of iron, and the rope became ragged. So this rope, it started tearing off. The townspeople forgot about the bell, but the judge did not. He called one of the town workers and said, Please go out into the woods and get a long vine. We will tie the vine to the bell so that it can be rung once again. So what is a vine? It is basically a long, uh, you can say a strip of a plant on which the grapes grow. So the judge, who was given the responsibility for providing justice when anything went wrong, he said, because the rope of the bell, which people used to ring the bell, that rope has ragged, that rope has it is torn out, it is worn off, so we will tie a vine to the bell. Now on the hillside above the village there lived a man who had once been a brave soldier. The tales of his bravery and adventure were still told. Yet, as you know, people, just like bells, grow rusty when they are not used. The soldier had grown lazy all day long. He just sat and counted his pile of gold coins. So there was also a soldier in this town who was very known, and he lived on the he lived on the hillside, and he was a very known soldier. His acts of bravery were still told. Now this person had grown old, and because he had grown old, he had also become very lazy. So what he did, he just kept on relaxing the entire day, and he only kept on counting the money, the coins he had. The soldier had an old faithful horse. The soldier and his horse had shared many adventures, but now the soldier did not take good care of the horse. The poor horse looked thin and sad. Why should I feed this old horse? The soldier thought. I hardly ever ride him anymore, so why should I have to feed him all the time? So now this soldier, who used to be very active at one point of time, said, why should I take care of my horse? I don't use him. I don't need to give him sufficient food. So he stopped taking care of the horse. One afternoon, while looking for something to eat, the sad old horse wandered into the town of Atri. But food was hard to find. The dogs of the town barked at him. The people of the town had shut their doors and windows to keep the heat out. So now this horse, he went into the town of Atri, but he could hardly find any food. So what happened next? Then the hungry horse spotted the green wine that hung from the bell. The horse hurried to the bell. Now, horses do not know about such things as ringing of the bells, but they do know that a juicy green wine can fill an empty stomach. So this horse, looking at this, you can see this long strip of wine. So the horse was really hungry, and it just rushed to eat that. So what happened when the horse started eating it? The hungry old horse grabbed the wine that hung the bell. The horse pulled and pulled, and the bell rang and rang. So the moment horse started eating the wine, the bell also started ringing. The bell rang so loudly and for so long that all the people of Atri awoke from their summer naps. So people were sleeping in the summer afternoon. They were taking a short sleep, but the sound of the bell was so loud that the entire town woke up. They came out into the streets wondering who was ringing the bell so loudly and for what reason. They found the poor hungry horse munching the wine. The judge knew that the horse belonged to the soldier, and he called him. So when when the horse was chewing that strip of wine, what happened? The judge immediately recognized that this horse belongs to the brave soldier who lives at the hillside. The soldier came to the town square. Shame on you for not looking after your faithful horse, said the judge. I order you to take care of him. gave him plenty of oats, a warm stable, and a green field to graze in. Stable is the place where horses are kept, and graze in, so the place, where the horse can eat grass. From that day on, the soldier took good care of his old horse, and the people of town never forgot the good that the bell could bring. So, what is the good that the bell had brought? That not just the humans, even the animals got justice from that bell. So, I hope you enjoyed reading this folk tale from Italy. You can also look for some folk tales that are, narrated in our country. So, thank you so much. Have a